Hey everybody, how's it going? Since I've been working on the new music room down here, it's been a little while since I've been able to make videos of some of the stuff that I've picked up over the last month or so. So I thought I'd make this video as kind of a little catch up to show everybody what I've all picked up recently. I'll kind of try and do this in chronological order from when I got the stuff, so we'll see how that goes. So over the Christmas vacation, we went up to my wife's aunt and uncle's house and we spent some time there for Christmas. And during the day we were up there, my wife's uncle said, "Hey, I got some records and stuff. I was wondering if you'd be interested in taking them, or if I just should get rid of just throw them away or whatever." It's like, well, I'll take them. Yeah, if you're just gonna throw them away, I'll take the records from you. So he gave me a kind of a big box of a lot of random stuff. I started flipping through the box and it's like a lot of Mantovani and classical and weird stuff like that. But then as I got a little bit farther, there was some pretty decent stuff mixed in throughout there. So I kind of picked out the highlights of what was in there, and I thought I'd show you guys what was some of the stuff that was in there that I liked. First one I saw was the Beach Boys. This is High Water, a 2-record set. This is a Pickwick record by arrangement with Capitol Records, so it kind of looks like sort of a greatest hits album, but when you pull the records out, the one record is actually the Beach Boys' Wow, a great concert, and the other one is an album called Beach Boys Good Vibrations. I think it must be just a compilation of different good songs. I haven't had a chance to clean these up or anything, see how they sound, but I thought that was kind of a cool one. Hopefully that's alright. Next one I saw, there was a Burt Bacharach's Greatest Hits. I don't think I have any of his albums, so this is a pretty good way to get a bunch of good songs by him. I probably won't be pulling out all the albums to show you the labels and everything. I got a bunch here, but then there was a Cyndi Lauper one. It's She's So Unusual. This one had a few songs that I know by her. It's got Girls Just Want to Have Fun and Time After Time. A couple other ones on there that I liked, so I thought that one was pretty cool. There was a Fifth Dimension Reflections. I have a few Fifth Dimension albums, but I didn't have this one, so you can see the song listing there. We got Sunshine of Your Love, Ticket to Ride on there. Be interesting to hear that one. So yeah, that's on the Bell label. I have a reissue of this one, but I didn't have an original copy of it. This is the Eagles, their greatest hits. This is the first greatest hits that came out. There's no sleeve with this one, but I wasn't too sure if I was going to keep this one or not. It's a Dionne Warwick, I'll Never Fall in Love Again. It does have, let's see, what did I see? It's got Something by the Beatles cover on there, so I don't know if I'll keep it or not just because of that, but the next one up here we got is B.J. Thomas's Greatest Hits. It's got a kind of a gold foil album cover. It flips open here. Got Hooked on a Feeling. I know that one. I'm not sure if I know any of the other B.J. Thomas songs or not. Let's see what else is on here. That's the only one I can think of that I know, but I'm sure if once I listen to it, I'll have heard a bunch of the other ones too. Here we have a soundtrack to 2001: A Space Odyssey. M label. And we also have another soundtrack. It's Stanley Kubrick's Clockwork Orange. I think I've only seen, I have this movie, but I think I've only watched it once, so I'm not really sure too much about the music that's on it. I'm sure it's just all instrumental stuff. And next we have Neil Diamond's 12 Greatest Hits Volume 2. This one's still in the shrink wrap. And there's the track listing there. Some pretty good ones on there. We got lyrics on the sleeve. Columbia label. And the next one, I did have a copy of this at one time, but it was really beat up. It was in terrible shape. The cover was all ripped and the records were really scratchy, but this is a pretty good copy now of Jesus Christ Superstar. It's kind of blank inside. And these are what the labels look like. And so yeah, those are the records that my wife's uncle gave me. And not only did he give me a big box of records, he said, you know, I also got this turntable. Since I'm giving away all my records, I got a turntable here. I'll give you two if you want it. I was like, free turntable? Why not? I'd take that. So I'll cut over to that. I'll kind of show you that. I don't really want to hold it on camera here to show you, but I'll cut to that and show you that now. So here is the turntable that my wife's uncle gave me. It is a Yamaha natural sound stereo turntable model TT300U. To me it looks kind of like maybe an 80s style. We got the raising and lowering of the tone arm here, and if you press this, the tone arm will go back. It's got the dust cover that doesn't seem to want to stay open properly right now, but it does have adjustable counterweight in the back, which is nice, and it's also got the anti-skate feature, which is nice. It does power up and the turntable spins. I'm not sure, it might need a new cartridge or something. For those of you who are more familiar with this kind of stuff, I turned it on, put the tone arm on the record, and I wasn't getting any sound out of it, but I kind of wiggled these wires just a little bit, and then one speaker was working, so I'm not sure if that's just a wiring issue or if it needs a new cartridge. But I have a really decent turntable that's working properly right now anyway, so it's not like I need to get this going anytime soon. But one thing also I was really impressed with, that he had it in the original box still, and it was in the plastic that he got it from when he bought it. So that's the turntable there, and if anybody can give me a hand with what the deal is with the sound, be sure and leave a comment below. And then let's see, I think it was kind of around that same time, I was talking to Marv, Beatle Vinyl 85. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who that is. He's got a great channel, and he kindly sent me a copy, it's a CDR of the Wings over Europe. He burned that because he got the giant Wings 71 to 73 box set, and the Wings over Europe was one that I didn't have. So he was kind enough to burn me a copy of not only just the CD, but he also made a copy of the high resolution files as well. So that was really nice, since I wasn't able to afford that entire giant box. So I'm not usually one for live music, but I listened to this whole thing several times now, and I've really enjoyed that one. So thank you again, Marv, for sending that to me. I really appreciate it. What's next? Let's see. As you saw in a previous video, I got this Crosley Sgt. Pepper record carrying case. I showed that in another video. and they had that one, and there was another Beatles one also. At the time I could only afford the one, so I just picked up that one. But then just before Christmas I saw that Barnes & Noble, that's who was selling these at the time, excuse me, Barnes & Noble had a big sale, and I had some more coupons, and they had a discount online for like 15% off. So I decided to pick up the second one. So one side looks like that, and the other side has that. As you can see there. There's this Crosley on this side. So we'll open this up and take a look at it. Well, I got the nice foam protection on both sides. And the plastic. So here we go. Here's the first side. And somebody commented on the last case that I showed. They were wondering if that was like a decal on there, or if it was actually in the vinyl itself. This is actually printed on the vinyl. It's the vinyl covering of the case itself, so it's not painted as far as I know. And with these cases, the covers do come off, and they're just have a heavy, thick plastic inside. I got this one loaded up with as many records as I can get in there of Beatles albums, and it holds them really nice. You're able to get them out of there and flip through them a little bit, so that's nice. So there's that. I'll just set that one over here. I got a matching set. And next up, another thing I noticed was that Crosley, the ones that make these, you know, they've kind of partnered with Apple Records to put out some different products. They got those carrying cases, and I saw they also got some wood crates with some Beatles images on them that you can get to kind of sort your or store your records in. And they also have some Crosley platter pads, they call them, kind of like slip mats, I guess. And I think there was maybe 9 or so different designs, but I just picked up 2 of them. I found them on Amazon. They were fairly cheap, so I just grabbed a couple of them. And of course, the first one that I got was the Sgt. Pepper one. Looks pretty cool on the turntable. Yeah, like they call it a platter pad. And they're in these resealable plastic containers, or sleeves, I guess. And they got a little plastic tab here if you want to display them. I suppose you can do that too. Personally, I'm not super impressed with the quality of them. They're very, very, very thin. The back has kind of got a little bit of a sticky, rubbery type material, and the front is, it's probably not going to pick up on camera, but it's almost like, to me, it's not felt, it's almost like a silk material that's glued on there. And it feels really flimsy to me, but I guess if it's keeping your records safe on your turntable, then I guess it's doing its job. But yeah, there's that one. I was going to say something else, but I forgot what it was now. The second one I picked up is this Apple Records one. I thought that was pretty cool looking. If we're going to focus, there we go. So yeah, I think they were only around $9 or $10 for each of these that I picked up, so I didn't think that was too terrible bad. So that's that. And then to finish off, I got some more vinyl. As some of you know, that Rhino Records is doing their Start Your Ear Off Right series again this year. With each week in January they're releasing special releases. So here's just a couple of the ones that I've picked up so far. There's another one or two that are coming out this week and next week I might want to pick up at some point. But the first one I got was the Monkees Greatest Hits, and this is on orange vinyl. I picked this up at Barnes & Noble. You can see the orange vinyl there. My mother has the original copy of this. It's on Arista Records. This, like I said, was on Rhino. She's not giving that up at this point, so I decided to get my own copy, so I was glad that they reissued that. And the next reissue that I wanted to get was Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. So far, it's kind of a greatest hits collection. And this one's on white vinyl. You can see here it's a 45th anniversary release. And if this will focus, we can look at the track listing there. There's a lot of good songs on here. And here they actually have the Atlantic label on white vinyl, which is very cool. And these are all in these plastic lined sleeves too, which is nice. And this one is a little bit out of the ordinary for me, but I've been listening to this album quite a bit lately, and it's, I don't know, I guess you could call it a guilty pleasure. It's Sia, I think that's how you pronounce her name. This is Acting. And inside the gatefold it's got the lyrics. And this is on, one record is black vinyl, standard black vinyl, and the other record is on white vinyl. You can see they got black and white sleeves as well. It came with a download card that said it was expired, but I plugged it in and it still works, so I think the expiration was about 2 years ago. And then it's also got a giant poster of the album cover, but that's not really a picture I want hanging on my wall in here, so I'll just listen to the music instead. Let's see, a couple more here and then I'll be done. During Record Store Day on Black Friday, there was a couple other albums I wanted to get, but I didn't. I had spent as much money as I wanted to spend that day, and I didn't pick them up. But the one, the other one that I wanted, they actually sold out of it too, so I wasn't able to get it. But the first one that I was kind of looking at was this Devo. It's their debut album. It's limited to 5,000 copies. It's a picture disc. And it's the same picture on both sides, but it's Are We Not Men? We Are Devo. I thought that was pretty cool. I went back to the record store last week, I think it was, and they had a copy of it there. And they also had a copy of this. Kind of a novelty thing. I haven't really seen this film before. I've just seen parts of it. I think it might be actually on YouTube. You can watch it. From the 70s. It's a Fritz the Cat. It's an animated film. This is the soundtrack to that. And this is actually a picture disc. So there's the... Apparently this was the first ever X-rated animated film, so... There's the second side, and it's also got around the edge on the second side, both of these Fritz the Cats here, as it's going around. If you got animation instructions, if you hold a light and your camera on the record just right as this is spinning, this is kind of animated. You can watch it as it goes around. I did take kind of a dark video of it. It was really hard to get the lighting to work just right, so I'll throw that in here and then you can take a look at what that looks like if you want. So, something a little interesting. I don't know, the music is pretty good on it, I guess. But like I said, I've never seen the whole film all the way through, so. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for this video. And stick around, I got another couple of videos I'm thinking about making here pretty soon, so I'm back with a lot more content now as I get these rooms finished off. So take care everybody, and I will see you on the next one.